Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah. Hare Krishna Guruji and Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Sorry, my video is not working. I don't know. There is some
No
laptop
problem.
it seems. Yeah, yeah. So Guruji, in the last class, it was mainly on the Hora, and along with the Hora, we also did the Varesh, like what is energy on that particular day, and then the Hora. So starting from the Hora, we first thing we learned was the Gati. So one Gati is equal to 24 minutes, and 2.5 Gatis makes one Hora, that is equal to 60 minutes. So when the sunrise happens, then starting from the first hora till the next 24 hours, we have 24 horas in a that particular day. Now, in order to check which hora belongs to which planet, we arrange the planet on the basis of their speed. So, like Saturn is the slowest planet, and then is the Jupiter, and after Jupiter we have Mars, and then Sun, then Venus, then Moon. So we prepared a table, and on the basis of table, we got to know that every day the first hora basically belongs to the planets, that is basically Varesh of that day. So basically on the Sunday, the first hora would be of Sun. On Monday, the first hora would be of Moon. On Tuesday, similarly, the first hora would be of Mars. On Wednesday, the first hora would be of Mercury. On Thursday, it would be Brihaspati. On Friday, it would be Shukra. And on Saturday, it would be Shani. So that's how we can calculate on the basis of when the sunrise happened on a particular place, and on the basis of that, we will get to know on a particular day which hora belongs to which planet. And then second thing was the Varesh energy. Like Monday, sorry. So on Monday, the most of things you might see the emotional things or the travel related issues, or uh, o- or some disease where some nourishment is required, because it's a moon energy. And on Tuesday you might see most of the issues related to some fights, some conflicts, or anything where some aggression is required. Also, you might see some issues related to accidents, some property matter. On Wednesday, it would be related to the calculation part, because it's mercurial and energy would be there, related to businesses, stocks, startups. On Thursday, it would be related to dharma, religion, spirituality, because the Brihaspati energy would be high on that particular day. On Friday, it can be related to relationships, marriage, romance, progeny, luxuries. And on Saturday, it would be related to some kind of work, business related, or some kind of work which people are not able to fulfill even after putting so much efforts, hard work. uh, and on Sundays, it can be related to taxation, confidence. So basically that's how the energy of that particular day. And if we superimpose Varesh and Hora, we will get to know about what mind is there, because Hora is the mind. So what is there in your mind at that particular time, and on the basis of mind we will have thoughts and we might act accordingly. And after that, lots of people have put on their observations based on Hora. So this was what we covered last week.
Perfect. Very well done. Okay. So I hope you people have been observing, what was happening, in the different situations, right? And a lot of people were able to resonate, and okay, I'm meeting someone or something is happening with regards to marriage or celebration. A lot of things were happening, in a particular hora. So that was something. And a lot of you have also not participated. I would humbly request them to please participate, right? Because this is something, when you learn these concepts, right, you learn a lot. There are so many astrologers, who don't even open charts, and just by understanding the hora in which you've asked the question, they will just tell you that what is there in your mind, right? And you have come for this particular question. Okay, so this is something that you people should learn. Now, the first thing is, uh, I'm very curious if someone can answer me that. So, who have given this concept of Hora, to Muni Parashara? Who gave this concept? Can anyone tell me that? If you go back to one more lecture previous, or maybe if you have your own knowledge, you understand it as Ahoratri. It is the combination of, you know, uh, day and night. But then there are different ways to calculate Hora Shreya. That is coming from the Indra Devata. Okay. But, who actually calculated the Hora? Okay. Someone has to calculate, right? There are like, 2 hours of each Hora, and then 1 hour of each Hora, and 24 minutes. So there are three types of Hora charts that are formed. One is known as the Bhava Hora, then is the Hora Chakra, and third is the Ghatika, Chakra. So they're also known as Bhava Lagna, Hora Lagna, and Ghatika Lagna, which I'm going to teach you in the coming lectures. So by understanding the Bhava Lagna, the Hora Lagna, and Ghatika Lagna, you can do lot of accurate predictions, right? So this wasn't covered in the previous JB. This I'm going to cover. There are going to be 3 lectures of each Bhava Lagna, Hora Lagna, and Ghatika Lagna. So lot of things you people will learn from Hora Lagna, Ghatika Lagna, and the Bhava Lagna. But on the same time, my question still stands, is that who actually brought this knowledge of Hora? You have to understand, first of all, Hora is something which is directly related to mind. ये बात आप याद रखना. It is absolutely related to mind. It is not related to body. It is not related to intelligence. It is related to mind. So you see, mind has indris. All the panch indris are actually controlled by the mind. You see, the first thing first, I must tell you, our shastras say that the calculation and the concept of Hora, this came from Narad Muni. ये बात आप याद रखना. This is very, very important. He was the Narad Muni who actually calculated Hora Chakra. Narad Muni is the only Muni who has ability to work on the mind. You see, you cannot separate Narad from Narayan. And who can tell me Narad Muni incarnated in which form? Anyone who could tell me Narad Muni incarnated in the form of? No one? Narad Muni incarnated in the form of Hanuman. So Hanumanji is the Narad Muni. Yaad rakhna. So when Vishnu appeared as, so it is the Shiva's energy. So Shiva was one of the energies of Shiva was Narad Muni. Pure knowledge, pure education. It was Narad who actually controlled the mind. See, have you read the mythology? Have you read shastras where anytime Shiva gets into trouble, it is the Narad Muni who comes and work on the mind, isn't? Remember the story of Bhasmasur? He got this grant from Shiva that, if he keeps hand on anybody's head, वो भस्म हो जाएगा. And he was known as Bhasmasur. And now he's behind Shiva. He's going to keep his hand on Shiva. So who comes as a savior. Narad Muni, Narayan, Narayan. He comes. He tells Narad, he tells Bhasmasur, how Shiva is not that easy, he's fooled you. Did you even try on someone? Why don't you try a little bit on your own head and keep your hand on your own head and see? It's not going to work, I'm sure. He does it and he's over. Narad Muni. So when you understand Hora, Hora is nothing but the energy supplied by that particular graha to your mind. Should I repeat? What is a Hora? Hora, you are technically saying 1 hour is a Hora. In day there are 24 hours. So there are these many 2.5 ghatikas, in a Hora. One ghatika is 24 minutes. So, that is what a Hora is all about. But what is that Surya Hora trying to tell you? There is a message which is going to come from the Surya through the environment around you, which is going to give you a mindset. Somebody was writing today, it was this particular Hora, and I got very late to my meeting. Who was writing that? Who was writing that? And you reach late, and then the other Hora started, and then they have asked for the trial of that. Can you Sushilji, can you explain that, please? What did you say? Can you explain that to everyone, please? Just unmute yourself.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Guruji, Hare Krishna everyone. Hello, do you hear me?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. So actually, what I was saying is I was in Dubai last week, and in Dubai that time I had a meeting at 3:30 p.m. and just before 3:30 it was a Mars Hora. So I know the Mars is aggressive planet, and in my horoscope it is in the debilitated. So it happened that and after Mars there was a Sun, which is vigorous, and then there was a Venus Hora. So I thought that I will use our knowledge little bit and try to extend our meeting till the Venus Hora, so that we can probably I can get a fruitful result because my Venus is better. It really happens that my Uber took me to a building which was having the very similar name, but just nearby, called Soul Bay. But it was the another. I needed another building called Soul Bay, which was about 7-8 minutes. It was the end of last 5-10 minutes end of the Mars Hora, and I have to walk in the Dubai heat wearing a suit, completely angry and completely drenched and exhausted. And finally, I came 10 minutes late around. Then since it was
Can I hold you for a second
Yes.
here, ladies and gentlemen? Did you hear? He says that the Uber take him to a similar wrong direction. Then he has to walk for 10 minutes to reach his destination, and he was in his business suit, and
Yes.
the temperature in Dubai.
I don't know, 40 degrees,
Right.
maybe 43
So 40
degrees.
degrees or 45 degrees outside, he's walking with the business suit. Okay.
So
Now, just a second here. What if this situation that he's into does not affect his mind? You see, whatever situation is being created is affecting his mind, right? He's feeling hot. Feeling hot means touch, skin. Either you feel it or you not feel it. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? See, the Hora is working on his mind. He's feeling hot. Where? He's feeling hot in his mind. Oh, it is very hot outside. He's checking the temperature, and he's saying, oh, I'm in my business suit, and let me delay that. And then he's saying, oh, next Hora is a Surya Hora. It is going to be another difficult, very, very aggressive one. I have to pass my time so that I can reach Venus Hora. So Venus is going to give me some confidence, and then I'm going to impress. What is he doing? He's talking to his mind. Hora is basically the energy which is going to your mind. And who started the Hora? The Varesh started the Hora. Vara starts the Hora. The day starts the Hora. So the first principle is that before even you go ahead and calculate Hora from your own Lagna, that my Mars is debilitated, or my Surya is this, or my Shani is this, or my Venus is good in my chart, the first thing that you have to make a list is that the Hora should be friendly with the Vara. Simple. The Hora Lord should be friendly with the Varesha. If the Hora Lord, what is the Varesha? Vara is Agni. Vara is Agni. Agni means it is the energy of the day. On Monday, I said I get lot of emotional consultations where people want to go abroad, they want, lot of emotions, they want to open a restaurant or something. They're all the time I'm getting such kind of consultations. Tuesday, I'm getting consultations about so many other things. Something is some Deepti is writing, I'll read it in a minute. So the first thing, the most important thing is that to understand whether the Hora in which an event is happening or your mind is getting affected, is that particular Hora getting the right, favorable, positive energy of the Vara, means the day. What is the present Hora right now? What Hora? Are we into Shani Hora right now? What is the Hora we are into right now? Who's going to tell me this? What Hora are we right now?
I
Mercury,
am
sir.
in a Jupiter Hora. At my place is different.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. For you, it is Jupiter Hora.
In India,
Sir,
Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury Hora is going on.
Yes.
Is Mercury friendly with the Varesha today?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. So the first impression for me is that it is going to be a favorable Hora right now. But then somebody has asked me, Guruji, I have a meeting, so should I do it in the Hora of Venus because my Venus is in the 7th house, or it's the Lord of the 7th house and very well placed? No, it is not like that. Just like you have, Varesha power, in the same way, you also have a Hora power. So let me give you definition of all the Horas, that in what particular Hora you can expect what. Or if you need to do a particular thing, right? So you should choose which Hora. You understand what I'm telling you? I'm not asking the Vara. I'm telling you the definition, and in a particular Hora, you can do a particular thing. That is important. Now let me go back and let me see what Deepti is saying. So today I had an interview at 12:20 Mercury Hora. I was prepared with the presentation. However, at exactly 12:20 Moon Hora started. My phone has a line 27 app that alerts me whenever Hora changes. I chanted the mantra of the planet. My interview started 12:24 in the Moon Hora, and I was able to be myself, and I am a moon ascendant. I spoke about food in the aviation industry. I am a Pushya Nakshatra, Saturn Moon combo. Yeah, perfect. So that's how you read, the Hora. That's how you do certain things. But then let me tell you first thing first. Hora is going to work on your mind, and that mind is going to work through your indris. Okay, so can someone tell me in which house do you have your indris? Which
Fifth
house?
house.
Sorry, you have
Fifth house.
see, 5th house is the root.
Second house.
Second house. Why second house?
They say no sense organs are in the
Yeah,
second house.
sense organs are
Second
all in the second house. Uh-huh. Okay. So
Well,
your indris are basically from the first house to the fifth house. I must tell you, from the first house, the root is in the. I'll just make a chart. I'll show you where your indris are. From the indris, from this, we can calculate the three types of horas, which is the bhava hora, the hora lagna, the bhava lagna, hora lagna. These are vishesh, these are special lagnas, and the ghatika lagna, which I'll teach you in the coming classes. So your money, your power, right? Your prosperity, wealth, the prediction about your wealth, prosperity, power, we can do from the Ghatika Lagna. We can also do it from the Hora Lagna. Right? Name, fame is going to come from Ghatika. You know, the Hora Lagna is going to tell you about the money that you'll have in your life, which I'm going to teach you. Right? But today I'm going to stick to the basics. So our indris are basically touch is an indri. Okay. Then we have vision is another indri. Then listening is another indri in our body. Smell. Then we have a lot of gyan indris also, which I'm not talking, and the taste. These are the indris. So what are the respective organs for it? Touch is coming from the skin. Vision is coming from the eye. Listening is coming from the ears. Smell is coming from the nose. And tongue is giving you the taste. There are tattvas of, these indris as well. Skin has vayu tattva. Yaad rakhna. Skin has vayu tattva. Vision has agni tattva. Ear has akash tattva. Nose is prithvi tattva. And taste is the jala tattva. Okay, always remember this. Always. ये बात आप याद रखना. So you see, your touch is in the lagna. Okay, so your touch is in the lagna. Don't touch me. I don't like your touch. Don't touch me. Either you feel a touch or you don't feel a touch. Either you are a thin skin or you are a thick skin. If you are a thick skin, it is shown by your lagna. आपको कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. मोटी चमड़ी, thick skin. You are a thin skin. Every time somebody is saying you something, you are hurt. If you are a thick skin, people are saying you whatever, you are not hurt. It is coming from the lagna. Okay, and this skin, the lagna, where is the energy? So if this is the touch, how are you feeling this touch? From which house are you feeling this touch? Ninth house. So for skin, the result is coming from the ninth house, where you have all your gyan indris. Your ज्ञान is telling you. See, जितनी knowledge बढ़ती जाती है ना इंसान की, उतना उसको इज्जत और बेइज्जती का फर्क पड़ता लगता जाता है. आपको थोड़ी सी बात भी बहुत बड़ी लगने लग जाती है. If your ज्ञान इंद्रियज are working, you become very very sensitive when you have knowledge. The more knowledge you are, more sensitive, more thin skin you become. Less knowledge you have thick skin. आपको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. Look at some labor that you have. You beat that labor. You say whatever, it's a very thick skin. उनको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. They are normal in next 5 minutes. And someone, if say you foolish, you are not normal for days. तो इसमें को foolish कैसे बोला? How did he say foolish to me? So more ज्ञान इंद्रियज are there. ज्ञान इंद्रियज are in the 9th house. Remember this. याद रखना. Your 2nd house has your eyes. Your 3rd house is ears. Your 4th house has nose. And your 5th house has taste. So your nose is in the 4th house. Your ears are in the 3rd house. Your taste is in the 5th house. However, your taste buds are in the 2nd house, okay? So taste buds are something different than the taste. So the first 5 houses are your इंद्रियज. एंड इसका जो रूट है, इंद्र देवता यहां बैठते हैं. इंदिरा sits here. So if eyes are in the 2nd house, vision is in the 10th house. ये बात याद रखना. विजन, जिसके 10th हाउस में मेलेफिक प्लैनेट्स होंगे या 10th लॉर्ड मेलेफिक होगा, उसके विजन में प्रॉब्लम होगी. उसको ऐनक लगेगी, दूर की या नजदीक की. आपकी आईज में प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है if your 2nd house or 12th house is not good, because which is the right and the left eye, but the vision of these eyes are in the 10th house. Your ears can be in the 3rd house, but listening is in the 11th house. So the listening ability is in the 10th house. In the 11th house, I'm sorry. Your smell may be in the 4th house. That nose is in the 4th house, but the smell is in the 12th house. Your taste is in the tongue, is in the 5th house, but the taste of that tongue is in the lagna. So you can make ear and eye here, okay? You can make an ear here. You can make a nose here. And you can make a tongue here. So your skin is here. So skin is basically 1st house, 1H. Eye is 2H. Ears is 3rd H. Nose is 4H. Tongue is 5H. However, the feeling of that skin is in the 9th house. Eyes are in the 2nd house. Vision is in the 10th house. Ear is in the 3rd house. The listening ability is in the 11th house. So 4th house, you have your nose. The smell is in the 12th house. And if the 5th house is your tongue, the taste is in the 1st house. याद रखना. So these are getting controlled from these houses. ये बात आप याद रखिएगा. Right? These terms are used in the medical Jyotish, medical astrology. For an example, if you have beautiful ears, but if the 11th house is problematic, if there are some bad yogas in the 11th house, definitely you can have hearing problem. How many of you have natural malefics in the 10th house? natural malefics of your horoscope, and you have vision problem. You have vision problem. Lot of people say, Guruji, I have my skin issue, that problem with my skin, this problem with my skin. What house are you looking for the skin problem? Which house will you look at for? Will you see Lagna? No. You're going to see the 9th house. You will see there are absolutely okay things in my 2nd house and I have no problem. There's a stint in my eye. You have to check the 10th house. I have problems with hearing. The problem is not with the 3rd house. The problem is with the 11th house. If you have, so many planets, so many malefics in the 12th house, your body odor will be bad. Your body odor will be bad. And just by having one planet in the Lagna, you can actually feel the taste. People who have Surya in the Lagna. Does anyone have Surya in the Lagna here? Anyone? What is the kind of taste you have if you have Surya in the Lagna? It's a sharp taste. You like chilies? You like chilies?
Yes, sir.
You like chilies and you don't like sweets, right?
Yeah, both the things together, sir.
But then it should be very sharp.
Yes, I'm very oversensitive, sir.
Yeah. Because it is gone in the house of skin. Sensitivity. You'll feel it. Aarti saying, I have sun in the Lagna. If you have Jupiter in the Lagna, you will like sweets. You like heavy foods.
Sir, even I have this.
You like heavy foods. You love sweets. He says, Venus in the Lagna, you will love bakery. You will like good quality food. Moon is salty. You will like salt over the sweet. You see? So this is how these indris and these horas are working on your indris. This hora is working on your indris, your mindset. You feel vision. You see, vision is not about what, looking at things. Vision is about your future. If your 10th house lord is not well placed, or you have bad combinations in the 10th house, such people will remain in the job for long time. Because their vision towards entrepreneurship is not there. If you have moon in the Lagna, how many of you have moon in the Lagna? Moon in the Lagna. Super sensitive people. Choti baat. These are the people with thin skin. They'll feel hurt. And a very thin skin actually. They'll feel hurt. They'll feel hurt. Of course, it applies to the Lagna Lord. But I'm talking about bhavas. I'm not going to the Lagna Lord right now. I'm talking about bhavas in general. So if you are in a particular hora, you should know that this particular planet can definitely give you a problematic situation. If that planet is in the 1st or in the 9th house, that will make you feel good or bad. Touch. I feel good, I feel bad. The planet which is in the 2nd house or in the 10th house in your natal chart can either give you a vision or can even take the vision away from you. The planet in the 3rd or in the 11th can make you overhear things. Make you overhear things. आपने सुनी ही नहीं उनकी पूरी बात and you're assuming something else. The planet in the 4th house and the 12th house, you are not able to judge. You can't smell it. You can't judge someone. Your judgment in that planet's Hora will go for a 6. In the Hora of your 5th or the Lagna Hora, you're not able to feel or enjoy or like something. So do you, when you get up in the morning, the first Hora, and if I keep, jalebi in front of you or aloo puri right away without even you brushing or taking a shower, how will that jalebi taste to you? Nothing. So you have to plan certain activities. These are the messages coming from Narad Muni. He's telling you that I am working on your indris and I know that what Hora will make you what, how it is going to affect the thought process. So you see, I am going to teach you today that particular Hora is meant for what activities. If you can plan your day accordingly, it will be great. So let's talk about the Surya Hora. What can you do in the Surya Hora? Sun. What should you do in the Surya Hora? That's the important thing. If you want to apply government jobs, right? Government jobs के लिए आपने apply करना है. You want to apply for government job. You want to, bid for a tender. You want to make a bid. You want to take any good position at a work. You want to apply for your promotion, politics, elections, government related work. It should be done in the Surya Hora. ये बात आप याद रखिएगा. The Surya Hora is about doing government things. You want to apply for a job, you can apply in the Hora of Surya. Dipti, you have a question? You can type it. Type it if you have a question. Job interview, of course, can be done. Right? So, visa is going to come from the government. Of course, you can apply visa in the Surya Hora. Anything which is going to come, passport application, visa application, they are all things which are coming from the Surya Hora. Where government is there. See, again, you are running ahead. We'll see all these things. We'll see all these things. But let me first tell you what we can do in a particular Hora, whether that matches. Now, if you apply a government thing on Saturday in the Surya Hora, which is not favorable for the Saturday, that is why, visa offices or embassies are closed on Saturday. Government doesn't go well, with Saturday. Okay, so Surya Hora is all about dealing with government. We will later on decide good, bad, minus, whatever. Not right now. I first need to create a foundation. Now, Surya is debilitated in my Kundli Guruji, Surya is this, Surya is that. See, I'm telling you that this energy is working on the mind. It is going to take an input from your horoscope also. But on the same time, at least you should know that this particular hora is meant for what. We'll later on do all the permutations and combinations. That is the advanced level. And of course, we are in the advanced level course. See, if you want to nourish someone, if you want to start a particular medicine, if you want to bring some plants, if you want to buy some jewelry, it has to be done in the moon hora. The next one is the moon hora. Any type of gardening activity, you're bringing plants home, you're bringing groceries home, you're bringing any sort of grocery. Now, don't check your moon in the kundi. Oh, my moon is depleted, so I'll not buy. So you want to buy groceries, you want to, boil the milk, you want to cook something for the family, you want to start your medicine, you want to take your whey protein, you want to take your supplement, you want to take a shower. Now, don't say that the moon hora is coming in the afternoon, so I'll take shower in the afternoon. And it's not like that. Be sensible. So that is why, especially on Monday, you should, at least on Mondays, you should get up early and take shower at the time of sunrise. Why? Because Monday, it is going to be the moon hora. Chandra. Of course, you can bring pets home. You want to start a journey. It is good. Any sort of nourishment in the moon hora is very, very good. What happens in the Mars hora? Anything which is related to armed forces, police, judiciary, administration, debts, purchasing a property, signing property papers. Anything related to property. You want to start a war against someone. You want to sue someone. You want to sign those papers of suing someone. It's a very aggressive hora. Now your Mars is depleted in the horoscope. It is going to create some problems for you and it is going to affect your mind. It is going to delay. There will be administrative delays. You see, administrative. You want to give debt to someone. Don't take debt in the Mars hora. Don't sign paper when you're taking. You can want to give a debt, give a debt. You want to take debt in the hora of Shani. शनि के होरा में पैसे ले लो, कर्जा देना है तो मंगल के होरा में दो. Mercury hora. Anything related to business, commerce, audit, partnership, any financial transaction, depositing money, taking out money, depositing fee, education, starting education, any Lakshmi mantra, Ganesh mantra, because Mercury is where you begin. See, that is going to happen in the dasha, or sorry, the hora of Mercury. Jupiter hora, education, wisdom, meeting, conference, roundtable conference, justice. You are going to meet some dignitaries, guru, teachers. You're taking knowledge from your teacher, from the guru. You want to give knowledge to someone. You want to counsel someone. Counseling, teaching. Jupiter hora is good. You see, in the Jupiter hora, I was chatting with my students in this group. Over here, you're giving that knowledge. You want to bring some sweets. Jupiter hora. You want to start studying law. You want to learn protocols. All these things are going to come from the Jupiter hora. At least I know that these things are going to come in the Jupiter hora, and I am going to do a mantra if my Jupiter is bad, which I will teach you today. What mantra? Venus hora, you need to do any sort of acting, modeling, music. You know, you want to purchase an ornament, you want to purchase a vehicle, you want to give a check for your vehicle, fine arts. You want to go out for a movie, you want to book the movie tickets, you want to propose someone, any luxurious thing that you want to buy, any travel, any luxurious travel you want to initiate in your life, do it in the Venus hora. You want to meet your friend, meet in the hora, Venus hora. You want to cook bakery, you want to learn hospitality, you want to learn a cooking thing, you want to take care of your skin, body, you want to go for a parlor so that that facial can give you good result. Do it in the Venus hora. Otherwise, Venus is jet black. You know that? Venus का जो complexion है ना, शुक्राचार्य काले हैं, और सबसे ज्यादा काले बुधदेव हैं. Mercury is jet black but shining. Venus is not jet black, but it is black like सांवले. Venus is like थोड़े सांवले हैं. You should also know the colors of the planet. Saturn hora, you want to purchase a factory, you want to sell your factory, you know, profession, machines, automobiles, judiciary, farming activities, oil related activities. You want to purchase a land. All these things, bigger decisions. You want to purchase a home, do it in the Saturn hora, because you want home to be there with you for the long time. Any long association, except marriage, because marriage you would always wanted to do in Venus or the Jupiter hora. They are favorable ones. So when all this hora thing was being said, and this hora started from sunrise, so that means Surya is in the Lagna at the time of sunrise. So that means Shiva is sitting in the Lagna. But Shiva is not coming on the earth. Shiva has sent Ganesha. Said Ganesha because the day is started by Brahma, created by Brahma, and you can't pray to Brahma. You can only pray to Ganesha instead of Brahma. You want to pray to someone instead of Brahma because Ganesha is also the beginning of everything. The starting of everything happens in Ganesha. Om Gam Ganpataye Namah. Before you start anything, Om Shri Ganeshaya Namah. So there are 3 mantras that are given to us in the shastras for your Lagna, 5th house, and the 9th house. If you do a mantra of Lagna or the 5th house or the 9th house, do you think the Kendras are taken care of by doing this? अगर 159 का अगर आप मंत्र कर लेते हो तो आपके सारे केंद्र कवर होते हैं उसमें. कैसे? If you do the mantra given in shastras for Lagna, Lagna will take care of 1, 4, 7, 10. If you do a mantra associated for the Hora in the 5th house, the second 5, 8 and 11 will be taken care of. If you do a mantra for the 9th house, 3, 6, 9, 12 will be taken care of. Why? Muni Parashara says कि केंद्र में अगर एक भी ग्रह अच्छा हो पूरे केंद्र को संभाल लेता है. ये बात याद रखना. So if you have a really bad planet in the Kendra, look for a good planet in the Kendra, do the remedy for that good planet, enhance that good planet. That good planet will take care of the bad planet. I'm giving you a golden rule. I'm giving you this golden rule. 1 bad planet in the Kendra, no problem. 2 bad planet in the Kendra, no problem. 1 good planet in the Kendra, enhance it. That good planet in the Kendra will take care of the bad planet. So Shiva gave this mantra for 1st house, 5th house and the 9th house, which is the Ganesh thing. So now if you have a planet which is bad in the 2, 5, 8 or 11th house of your horoscope, you will do the mantra of the 5th house, which I'm going to give you. If you have planet which is bad in the 1st, 4th, 7th or 10th house and that Hora is running and you have problems coming, you will do the mantra of the Lagna. If you have a planet which is in 3, 6, 9 and 12 causing a trouble in a particular Hora, you will do the mantra of the 9th house. Is it clear? So what is that mantra? What is that mantra? Let me open the presentation for you and let me read that mantra for you. Okay, for Lagna, this is the mantra. For the 5th house, this is the mantra. And for the 9th house, this is the mantra. So for Lagna, 1st house, 4th house, I mean Lagna is 1st house, right? So Lagna will control your internal Kendra, 1, 4, 7, 10. Ajam nirvikalpam nirakaramekam निरानंदमानंद मद्वैत पूर्णम परम निर्गुणम निर्विशेषम निरीहम परम ब्रह्म रूपम गणेशम भजेमा. So this is the mantra for the Lagna. The audio is also available on YouTube. For 5th house, Gunatit Manam Chidananda Rupam Chidabhasakam Sarvagam Dhyana Gamyam. So this is how you do it, right? And this is for your 5th house. For 9th house, Jagat Karanam Karanam Jnana Rupam Suradim Sukhadim Gunesham Ganesham. So this is how, I will share the audio form of this. I will share the audio form on the YouTube. You learn the Lagnas of the 1st house, 5th house and 9th house mantra given. This is coming from the Ganesha. And there are meanings to this mantra. What is the meaning? Ajam nirvikalpam. निराकारमेकम निरानंदमानंद मद्वैत पूर्णम परम निर्गुणम निर्विशेषम निरीहम परम ब्रह्म रूपम गणेशम भजेमा. What is the meaning? We worship the unborn, unchanging, formless, the one beyond the bliss and full of bliss, who is the fullness of non-duality, the supreme, the devoid of qualities, without differences, beyond desires, Shri Ganesha, the supreme Brahman personified, super intelligence thing. For the fifth house, you have this particular mantra. Gunatītamanam chidananda rūpan chidabhasakam sarvagam dhyanagam. So we worship one beyond the gunas. The fifth house is all about your skill, your gunas. The embodiment of bliss, consciousness, the light of consciousness, who is the source, course, and goal of knowledge, whom the sages meditate upon, who is formless as Akash, the highest Lord, Shri Ganesha, supreme, the supreme Ganesha. This mantra takes care of your second house, fifth house, eighth house, and the 11th house, especially in the Hora, especially during the Hora. Jagat Karanam Karanam Jnana Rupam Suradim Sukhadim Gunesham Ganesham Jagat Vyapinam Vishwa Vandyam Suresham Param Brahma Rupam Ganesham Bhajema. This is for the ninth house. We worship him who is the cause of universe, the source of knowledge, the origin of the Devatas, the source of happiness, Bhagya. So 3, 6, 9 and 12 is being taken care of by this particular mantra. Now you decide, how do you do it? Okay, you are forced to have an interview in the Hora of Surya, and your Surya is not favorable. What will you do? Will you check Surya is in which house? I'm not saying Rashi, I'm talking Bhava. Which house? Sixth house. Sixth house को कौन टेक केयर कर रहा है? 3, 6, 9, 12 का केंद्र आता है ना. 3, 6, 9, 12. 9th से 3, 6, 9, 12 is the kendra. So you will jump to the third mantra. And before you went for an interview, just do one mala or 10 minutes of this particular mantra. Your Hora will start favoring, giving you favorite results or favorable results. If you're doing a thing in Shukra Hora and Shukra is not good, you're feeling bad, you're feeling unconfident, it is working on your mind. Ajam Nirgunam, you start with the first one. Nirvikalpam Niriham. So you start with that. You understand? You want me to show you that slide again, or that you understood that? Right? The first house is going to take care, the Lagna mantra is going to take care of the internal quadrant, 1, 4, 7, 10, along with the Lagna. The fifth will take care of 2, 5, 8 and 11, along with the fifth house. क्योंकि उससे वो केंद्र में आते हैं ना घर. पंचम से 2, 5, 8, 11 केंद्र है, नवम से 3, 6, 9, 12 केंद्र है, और लगन से 1, 4, 7, 10 केंद्र है. सो अपना लगन तो करेगा ही, साथ में केंद्र को भी हेल्प करेगा. बिकॉज केंद्र लाइक पिलर्स, वो 4 पिलर है, एक पिलर से पूरी छत खड़ी रहती है. Have you understood? What have you learned today? You've learned कि किस होरा में क्या किया जा सकता है. That's something that you've learned. You were asking me, Guruji, I have this meeting, I have this business deal going on. So why would you look a Shukra Hora in that? Because my Shukra is in the 7th house. So I look for my Shukra Hora. I'll prefer a Mercury Hora. I definitely prefer a Mercury Hora. I have a government thing to be done. I'll definitely prefer a Surya Hora. I want to attain knowledge. I want to listen to my Guruji's video. I will definitely try to do it in the Jupiter Hora and do just one mantra of wherever my Jupiter is. I'll ask Ganesha to open the door for me and control my buddhi, control my mind. I will request Ganesha. There's a mantra of Ganesha for the 1st house, for the 5th house, and for the 9th house. And once you understand that mantra, the kendras are automatically being taken care of. Because from 1st house, there is going to be a kendra, which is 1, 4, 7, 10. From the 5th house, there is going to be a kendra, 2, 5, 8, 11. From the 9th house, there is going to be a kendra, 3, 6, 9, 12. Did you understand this concept? First, you were just observing क्या हो रहा है. Now you are applying that thing कि मुझे कौन सा काम कौन से होरा में करना है. You can't propose a girl in Shani's Hora, right? It's not a very favorable Hora, even if your Shani is exalted in the 7th house. You understand? That is how this Hora system works, but that is just 1% of what how this Hora system is working. There's much more. In the next 3 lectures, we are going to understand the Bhava Chakra, the Hora Chakra, and the Ghatika Chakra. And these chakras are actually coming from Chandra. They are not coming from the Surya. Although they begin from the Surya, but they are Kalpanik Bhavas. क्या बोलते हैं इनको? काल्पनिक भाव. They are created by the Chandra, created by the Narad Muni, and they are so accurate, which can give you prediction about your wealth, timing of good and bad events in your life, and even your longevity, which we'll be learning in next 2 or 3 lectures. The Hora Lagna, Bhava Lagna, and the Ghatika Lagna. These 3 things I will be teaching you. And how do we use them? How do we apply them? Right now, our softwares calculate for us. Otherwise, if you want me to teach how they are manually calculated, I will teach you that. That will take another 2 lectures. But right now, you can easily, I will give you, okay, I'll teach you, make you teach 1. I'll teach you how to calculate the Bhava Lagna or the Ghatika Lagna, or I will teach you how to, teach the Hora Lagna. Then you calculate yourself the others, or you go on to the Prashra light and it will calculate for you. The Bhava Lagna is calculated, the Hora Lagna is calculated, okay, and the Ghatika Lagna is also calculated. Easy. They'll calculate for you. And we are going to learn these things. We'll understand these things. ठीक है? So आज इतना ही करेंगे. So we'll do this only today.